Set 76400, Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals, is a LEGO Harry Potter set within the Order of the Phoenix sub-theme. It comes with 121 pieces, 2 minifigures. It is for the ages of 7 and up and was released June 19th, 2022. It retails in Canada for $24.99 Canadian, in the US for $19.99 US, in the UK for £17.99, and in the rest of Europe for €19.99 up to €24.95. So, the LEGO logo can be found on the top left of all sides of the box. On the front of the box, you have a nice large picture of the set on sort of a forest-type background. You have the Harry Potter logo to the right of the LEGO logo near the top left. Wizarding World logo is on the top right. On the bottom right is Chamber of Secrets Ron, Half-Blood Prince Hermione, and the Order of the Phoenix Harry, as they are shown in the movies. Information of the set is on the left side, and below that are the minifigures, so you have Harry Potter and Luna Lovegood. On the back of the set, you have another picture of the set from a different angle. You have 2 pictures on the right. The top one shows Harry and Luna sitting in the carriage, and the bottom one shows the 2 Thestrals. On one side of the set, you have the warning that due to small parts, there's a potential choking hazard if children 0 to 3 consume them, so you gotta watch out for that. Harry Potter logo to the right of the LEGO logo on the top left, and on the right is the same picture of the set that can be found on the front. On the other side is the Harry Potter logo to the right of the LEGO logo. You have the name of the set in 2 other languages on the bottom left, and on the right is the lego.com/appslife advertisement there. So that's just all of LEGO's app. Their sort of social networking for kids and LEGO related, their games and their building instructions app can all be found under that URL there. On the top, you have where the components are made and distributed, along with several minifigures. So you have a Quibbler, little tile with a Quibbler on it, Luna with a satchel, a wand, and a little 1x1 sort of dark reddish flat plate, which could signify a piece of meat that she is feeding to the baby Thestral to the right of her. And Harry has an apple in his wand, and the actual size indicator is the Luna Lovegood minifigure. And the bottom has the Harry Potter logo to the right of LEGO one again, and the usual recycling, UBC, and trademark information. So the set is a tabbed set. You simply push the tab on the side of the set, and you pull this piece off to get to the inside. Okay, so here are the contents of the set. You have 2 bags with no numbers on them. You have a loose adult Thestral mold piece here. And then you have the instructions on that new LEGO white background that they're switching all instructions to. So on the inside of the first page, you have a little thing about LEGO's switching out to very more sustainable packaging. So they're going to be switching out to paper packaging from plastic, and until they get to that point, which is supposed to be in 2025, you are going to see a mixture of sets as they gradually get closer and closer. So gradually you'll see paper, and then, the more new sets come out, it'll be getting paper, more, a lot of paper till it's all paper packaging. Other page has the little page detailing the LEGO Building Instructions app. So that's an app that allows you to get building instructions from 2010 to current, and even a couple years earlier. It is somewhat limited in the fact that for certain themes like Bionicle, for instance, you will get the 2015 to however long it ran for on that reboot, but you won't get anything from 2000 up to 2010, which was the original series. So it's limited in that regard, and you don't get anything back to 1996, which is how far back the instruction lookup on the actual LEGO site goes to. But on this one, you can get PDF instructions, you can get 3D view instructions and videos and stuff, and it's really cool. On the back, you have a feedback and win, where you can enter a survey on the LEGO website about what you liked, didn't like, or what you thought that LEGO could improve on in the set in order to be entered in a chance to win a LEGO set. 2 pages of parts, and there is the double page for the create your own Hogwarts castle, which is really cool. So you can get all the modular sets, and that will allow you to create a big castle model. You can actually check that out in the Series Blocks Escape review right up there. Near the end of it, I actually built that entire castle with a couple extra little bits. On this page of details, it shows all the sets that you can use to do it. So you have the Hogwarts Dumbledore's Office, the Hogwarts Courtyard Series' Escape, the Polyjuice Potion Mistake set, the Hogwarts Hospital Wing set, the Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter set, and the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets set. It doesn't show the first flying lesson, which can be put into a modular set, and the Gryffindor Dormitory, which was a promotional set. So if you got that, you can also add it to this. For packaging, I'm going to give packaging a 4 out of 5. There was nothing incredible about this packaging. There was, it wasn't Titanic worthy where you have boxes inside of boxes with all these descriptions and really cool stuff. But it wasn't bad. No bent instructions, which I really do like. So it's going to get a 4 out of 5 for average packaging there. You can check out timestamps in the bottom of the description below if you want to switch to different parts of the video. And I will be watching a video on the front of my laptop here, and I can occasionally look up, and when that speeds up, or when I speed it up for a time-lapse, it can look a little weird, so that's just a little warning about that. So let's begin building. Okay, so here's the set. You have a bunch of extra little pieces, couple wands, and just, little bits and bobs, a little branch and everything. You have 2 minifigures. So you have Harry Potter, who has black adult legs. He has a earth blue torso with a jacket and a Hogwarts uniform print underneath that jacket on there. He has an earth blue arm, light nougat colored hands. He has a light nougat colored head with his usual with a headpiece that we've had before. It's his sort of slightly smiling Harry Potter face, and then a very sort of angry Harry Potter face. Just sort of, not like super angry, but just sort of. And then we have his black hair with that sort of goes down just almost to the bottom of the head, and it's just sort of a little bit of stylizing there. And then we have Luna Lovegood, who has brick yellow teenager legs. She has a brick yellow torso with a print on it for a sort of a shawl type clothing there, and a little bit of a clothing underneath. She has a light purple arms, light nougat hands. She has a light nougat head with sort of a flat type of look face there, and the other one is sort of a type of face on it. I really don't know how better to describe it. And then she has a cool yellow type of hairpiece, which is nice flowing hair going down, almost down to the very bottom of the back, and it's sort of wavy back there. So for exclusive parts, for the prints, you have Luna's and Harry's torso. Those are prints that are completely exclusive to the set. For exclusive colors, you have a shoulder bag, which is in an earth blue it's never been in before, and a wing with 3.2 shaft number 2, which is in a multi-combination sort of black to stone gray kind of color, but it's never been in before. And for brand new pieces, I do not... we have had Thestral pieces before, I think in the Grindelwald escape set from the Crimes of Grindelwald movie. I don't know if this is a slightly different one, but this says that this is a brand new piece. So the big Thestral and the small Thestral are apparently brand new pieces that have never been introduced. I know the small Thestral is, but the big one I cannot ascertain as to the validity of that statement. But that's what the site I'm using says. And that is it for exclusive pieces. So for the actual set, yes, you do get a tiny little baby Thestral, which is a very nice little interesting piece to have. You have a little tree here, nothing really special, a little bit of dead leaf on the ground, a mushroom, and just a tiny bit of a tree. It's nothing really special for a tree, it's sort of basic. And then you have the little carriage here. So you have the Thestral here, who you can take off this piece right here, and you get an extra little piece that you can put in there in order to have it so that it's just the Thestral there. I'm not sure about why they did the gray there when they should have just done black pieces, but they did gray there. The wings are slightly flexible, but you do have a nice little Thestral there where you can change it out. So once again, you don't have to just have it hooked up to the carriage. You can have it as its own little separate creature there. You do get a little 2x3 flat white tile with a Quibbler print on it, which is a very interesting little print there. And you do have the carriage here. It's just sort of the basic carriage. You do get a little steps on the back that lead up to a little door piece that opens up here. The little bit of seats on the front. There are the wheels, and it is honestly just a basic little carriage piece here. Nothing really special about it at all. So for the build, I'm going to give it a 3. Lego doesn't really do carriages all that often, so it's nice to see them, and it's nice to be able to see how you can, build them. But the build honestly wasn't that exciting of a build. The tree is sort of standard. It is, having done a couple carriages in the past, it is sort of a standard carriage build, even though it is built differently than the others. The 3 comes from the fact that you do get to see how to build a carriage a different way, and you get to see a couple little techniques that you could introduce in order to build your own there. But other than that, realistically, the build actually wasn't really anything special in this set. I'm going to give play a 3. There's a bunch of play that you could incorporate it by adding this set to other sets or just playing around with other sets with this set. But the only scene that this set occurs in is Order of the Phoenix, when they meet Luna Lovegood on the at the Thestral drawn carriages, and that's really the only set that this goes through. It also sort of does the whole feeding baby Thestral thing, so I guess there's 2 scenes, but it's very limited scenes, and while it was a very interesting set, I am giving play a 3 because there isn't a lot of play in itself in the set, and a lot of the play comes from adding it to other sets. For the display, I'm going to give it a 2. This isn't necessarily a good display. The main place that I would say this is good to display is not on a shelf, but in a Lego city. You can replace the Thestral with a normal horse, and have it so that this is sort of like a horse-drawn carriage type of situation. Little tourist thing going throughout the city, and you could add this tree to a little campground or forested section area. But that's really about the only display that I see this being useful in. It's not going to look great on a shelf, and so display is going to get a 2 because the display just actually isn't that great. For the value, for what you're paying and pieces, piece to price is it's not great, no matter where you're at. 221 pieces, the £17, 99 pence in the UK, it's not good, and when you're paying up to $24 in various other places, it's just really not good. You are getting the unique Thestral, and you could also say a unique Luna and a bit of a unique Harry with the big Thestral. Those are really the only pieces that are going to be of any value in this set. The rest of the stuff is just sort of basic Lego pieces that don't really add anything. I think I'm going to give value a 2. It's not really actually that great of a value. It's the only value that comes with it is, as far as I'm concerned, the little Thestral pieces. If you wanted to use them in sort of a Lego sort of horror section or a little Halloween build on a shelf, then they're great, but you don't really get much that's worth it with the set. So that's why value is going to get a 2. This set is mainly for people who, realistically, just the people who want the Thestrals, because you're not really getting anything great with the carriage, with the trees, and it's a Harry Potter and Luna, and you don't actually get much Luna, so I guess you could say if you want a Luna Lovegood, it's pretty good to get. But other than that, people who want those and people who need to collect every Lego Harry Potter set are really the only people that I can recommend this set for. And with that, I will see you all next time.